Kids who get into trouble usually have a great deal of pent-up energy and they don't know what to do with it. Well, Mike Tyson was one of those kids. It was the great boxing trainer Gus D'Amato who finally turned Mike's life around, took him under his wing and rechanneled Mike's energies into boxing. D'Amato feels that Tyson will be the next Muhammad Ali, and he should know. Ali was also one of his students.
In life, you can absorb almost anything if you are able to anticipate it and prepare psychologically to accept it. Discipline enables a person to do that which needs to be done, which is also my definition of a professional, no matter how he feels within. The physical part of boxing is so minor that most people would never believe it or accept it, because in my opinion, the mind and emotions are about 75% of boxing. Mike Tyson, weighing 210 pounds, has an exceptionally good record. He had maybe a dozen fights in the Junior Olympic Championship, and he knocked out every fighter he fought to win the national championship twice. Tyson not only has a very hard, terrific punch in either hand, but he has developed elusive qualities and has the most important quality, the will to win. He has the desire to win. He wants to be the best. And with a fellow with this type of competitive spirit, plus the knowledge that he has gained and the punching power, I can't see him lose.
Do you think you're unbeatable?
No one's unbeatable.
What's it going to take to beat you?
It's going to take what's not around today. And it's going to be a long time, I believe, for anyone to yet to come up and beat Mike Tyson.
Potentially, just how good can you be, Mike? Have you thought much about it?
Well, you're always learning. I don't think anyone is invincible. Joe Louis, perhaps the closest thing to invincible. But myself, I put in a lot of hours training, and I give it all I have. And if there's a better man out there, which I believe there isn't at the moment, I'd be glad to just say, you're the better man.
Came from a bad neighborhood in Brooklyn, and living in Brooklyn, things happen, and then it goes further and further and beyond, so I won't even talk about that. And eventually I met a friend that knew Cus, and that's how this situation happened. I feel I was born to fight because I have no other interest in anything else. Everybody's a fighter in their own right. You're a fighter, I'm a fighter, but everybody don't get up every morning and run. Everybody don't go to the gym every morning. And everybody don't have enough discipline to wait in the locker room for 2 hours or 3 hours, then go in the ring and do what they've been taught all those years in the gym. And so that's what separates a champion from a mediocre fighter.
What about talent?
Talent? I don't believe in talent. Well, some people, they have talent. It's good. It helps when you have talent. As long as you have a lot of determination and willpower, that's all you need. And you have to have the will to win.
Do you think 5'11" is going to be an obstacle to your success?
Not at all. I think you're a fighter, and I don't think anything's a disadvantage if you have the heart, the determination, and the will to win. You could be 6'6", 10 foot. If you got the ability, I don't think it's a disadvantage.
Why have you been staying so active as we take a look at this? I mean, you have been fighting almost every 10 days, every 2 weeks.
Well, I feel to be the best in your sport, you must do it often. You can't box once a month or once every 3 months and stay sharp. The gym is good. It's good to work in the gym. It's good to get boxing, and it's good for training and endurance. But nothing's like being in the ring and fighting.
Mike, is it frustrating to train like you did and then have this in 7 or 8 seconds?
For this fight, I only trained probably 2 weeks or 3 weeks for this fight. I had to bury my best friend, and I dedicated this fight. I wasn't going to fight. I dedicated this fight to him. I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah. That's right. I never had an ego. I was never really jealous of anybody. I never really thought most of myself. But when I met Cus and I started talking to Cus, he made me believe that I was a god. There was nobody that could reach the core like Cus could. No one could inspire me. Cus would say this. Do you hear this? Because Cus had a really, oh man, he had this really megalomaniac ego. He said, you let me tell you something. You, all the prophets, all the gods you ever know about, if they had a son, their son couldn't beat my fighter. Know why? Because he's my fighter. Cus was an interesting guy. He had the concept of fear down to a science. And most of his fighting was mostly psychologically. He believed the physical actuality of boxing was only 10% when the mind was 90%. He always believed in improving yourself and strengthening your mind. Strong believer that your body only purpose was to carry your brain. He believed fighting was your opponent's surrender, his total destruction. And he didn't think of it as